Oh, I think I know what it is. Clean this up a little bit. Bam. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Late night. This is just a quick one, man. I'm really not gonna be talking about a lot. Really not gonna be just. I'm gonna talk. What am I doing? It's been a while. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Up for You, Raider Nation, Raider Podcast, and the one and only himself. I'm out of shape. I don't even know how to intro myself no more. It's your boy JC, Mr. Controversy himself, Up for Review here on the late night. Uh, Raider roster and rumors talk. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be new. This is on the whim. I just got home a little bit early. Had a little bit more energy than I thought I would. Thought I'd come talk to y'all. So I'm not gonna hold it. Actually, you know what? There have been a couple of things I did want to talk about. I have been writing some things down. Like I said, I've been taking notes about just a bunch of things, interactions, conversations, just talking with people, and just seeing things. And just, I know. Salute to the chat and everybody in there, man. Thank you for stopping by. I know it's late. I know I'm not gonna catch too many people, but I do appreciate the late night. You know what I'm saying? Them truck drivers will be driving across town, across the country. You know, keeping America's economy going. You know what I'm saying? Them third shifters, man, holding it down. Appreciate and salute to everybody. Thank y'all for coming in and stopping by. I don't know if I have that. I don't know. Like I said, it's been a while. Menace, brother, salute, man. Thank you for stopping by, brother. Eps, look, the mod, the first in the building. I appreciate you, brother. Um, I do have mine, so thank you for coming by, man. It's been a minute, man. Salute to everybody who's coming in. I really wasn't expecting to do anything. That's why nothing's been scheduled. I've been busy. I will say, things are coming along. I got my room over there that's coming up, man. My bro moved back to Oklahoma. Salute to him. He got his shit together. Help him get his shit together. I can get my room back. Salute, Gentry, man. Thank you for stopping by. Pleasure to meet you. You know what I'm saying? I think this is my first time meeting you. We definitely can be friends as long as you not, showing if you show loyalty, we can always be friends, brother. You know, the more the merrier. You know, even if you might be a Kansas City Chiefs fan, even if you are a fan of those other teams that I just not wish to speak on, you're welcome here, brother. I appreciate you for stopping by. Thank you for gracing me with your presence, just like everybody else, man. To anybody who I'm missing, salute. I'm sorry. I know I'm not the best with the chat, but I am doing it. I'm trying to make it eye contact with y'all. But reality, man, it's been a minute, y'all. I've been missing the fan band, man. I've been missing y'all. I've been missing everything. I have been seeing what's going on. I have been letting y'all know, when I do talk, I talk a little bit. I'm not giving up too much. I'm not trying to talk too much or get myself into more trouble or get people that I know into trouble like I have been. So I'm just playing it easy, man. I'm taking just relaxing and sitting back in the chair, you know. Um, Hey man, I appreciate you being here, man. If you got questions about anything, put them in the chat, brother. I'll answer any question that you have, or attempt to answer. If I don't feel comfortable answering something, I probably won't answer it. But I'll definitely do my best to keep my eye on the chat for y'all, And like I said, I'm very engaging with everybody. I do try to answer everything I can. How's it? How's what? Um, but um, Raider. I know y'all came in there and listened to me talk about the Raiders. Y'all know I'm the most accurate person who does Raider content. I've been the most accurate, and it's something that I don't like to toot my horn about because it's not the accuracy has been very negative. We've not been a good team, and I hate the fact that I had to be inaccurate and you know just be very direct and honest. A lot of people are placate, or we understand there's fandom, and there's just people who just talk and don't know anything on anything. Um, who we getting with the sixth pick? Not somebody that most people want. I'll tell you that. Um, will he work out? Probably. As of right now, the person who's in the lead, who I've been saying is in the lead, is it really depends on what the teams ahead of us pick. Because if a player is available, we will go with the player that's available. But right now, if everything falls into play, we're going to get the kid from Boise State. Like I said, in order for the offense to move and the offense to work, Chip Kelly's going to need a running back. He's going to need a dual running back system. I do not live in Ohio, Gentry. I live on the West Coast, brother. I'm actually in a certain part of AZ. So I'm not in the Midwest. I will not be able to attend the draft this year. I mean, if I was in the Midwest, I definitely would attend the draft, but I'm not. But Menace, I see us getting. I mean, I like the kid. I like the kid. He's good. He's gonna be a decent pro. I'm not as high on the running back class that everybody is. Oh, the running back class is deep. They're not deep. This running back class is deep for a college game. Not too many pros. So I hear people always talking about we can get a runner. No, you can't. Which is why he's going to be such a high commodity if you're really looking for a running back. And we need a running back. Like I said, I think Zamir White's going to love having Chip Kelly around. Chip Kelly's definitely going to help Zamir White with his vision and just being a better pro. I don't know what happened, but mentally he just hasn't been there. I think he has a lot of off the field things that are happening that are just preventing him from fully engulfing and taking advantage of his God given talent. Chip has always had good backs. He's had decent backs, but he I'm not the big fan of Chip Kelly. I'm a UCLA guy. I've been dealt with Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly was an amazing offensive coordinator and an amazing offensive mind 15 years ago. Nowadays, a lot of people run his offense and run his scheme better than he does. He's not the best at it. Yeah, granted, he won the national championship at Ohio State, but guess what? When it comes to the college game, there's a lot more to it than just winning. He didn't recruit none of the kids. He took over for a team that was already fully developed, kids who are ready to play, ready to win. He just added a little bit of fine tuning here and there with play calling um, but he really didn't improve Ohio State. I think Jeff. I forgot who the last year's offensive coordinator was. If they had him, they would have won it too. I don't. I don't. I'm not too high on Chip Kelly personally, and on top of that, I don't see him staying around long if he's successful with the Raiders offense. He's a head coach. He's not trying to be an assistant coach for the rest of his career. He's not trying to be assistant coach for the next 3 years. So if he has a successful season, he's gone after 1 year. We're right back where we started, looking for another offensive coordinator. Um, Salute, man. Hope everything's well in Texas. I know, weather's pretty good down there. I know you guys had humidity, so thank you for gracing us with your presence. Anybody else in Texas, salute. Hit up Gentry. I know people say everything's bigger in Texas. Debatable, but it is what it is. But I do know y'all got some good food. I definitely am gonna try and make one of them barbecue competitions y'all got down there. Hopefully I can make it down there. But um, if I had to lean on what the Raiders do with the draft, I personally want to get Shador Sanders. I think mentally he's the best prepared. He's him or Cam Ward. Either quarterback I'm happy with. Both are NFL ready. They're ready to start tomorrow. They're ready to take on the load of what's going to have to be to rebuild a team. They are mentally tough, mentally strong. Physically, they're tough. Physically, they're strong. They've played and made guys better. Like when guys play with Cam Ward, when guys play with Shador Sanders, they become better players because of him. Best Herbers in Cali. Best Herbers is where you can get it, But I mean, say growers will say that, everyone will say they got the best, but you just don't know, man. I'm not a smoker, so what am I to say? I should say Cali does have the best weed, but it is what it is. Wherever you can get it for free at is what I'm gonna say. Man, well, thank you for gracing us, man. I appreciate you for having me here. When you come back, you come back. Hopefully, I'm still here. But like I said, it's gonna be a quick one. I'm not gonna be around too long. I'm gonna try and probably pod tomorrow during the day. Like I said, man, things have turned around. I'm able to do a little bit more. I got a little bit more time. I ain't working killer hours no more. But like I said, this is Raider Talk, man. This is R&R. You know what I'm saying? This is Raider roster moves and rumors. I do hear the rumors that are going around about. Actually, I don't. I literally don't have my notepad of what rumors are going on or trades that possibly. Oh, I don't even know if this is all that true, but I heard about the wide receiver from the. I was gonna say Pacers from the Colts. Alex AP. Why would you sign that guy? Why would you trade for him? I wouldn't. We need a number one wide receiver. We don't need a positional wide receiver. We already have one. We have Jacoby Myers. We need a number one. Um, from how I'm seeing, we possibly are going to need a slot receiver too. From what I'm hearing. And I understand a lot of people are down on the kid from Miami, Rep. Rep is he is the slot receiver right now that I would love to get. Man, I know he had a bad pro day he didn't have a bad pro day. He had a bad time with the 40 with the watch. He had a bad time with the watch. He's still best slot wide receiver in the country right now. He's one of the best slot receivers coming in the draft. Amazing route runner. He's faster than he looks. He's faster with pads on. I mean, I don't care he ran what he ran. When you put the tape on, he runs away from people. You know, the the watch, the clock isn't tackling you. Players do, and he's very elusive. He's very hard to get, and guys can't stay with him. Even number one corner guys from Florida couldn't stay with him. Guys from Florida, the corners from Florida State couldn't stay with him. From Georgia, there's a lot of guys who could not stay with this kid. I understand he had a bad pro day, but nah, scrap that. Y'all looking way into this combine style BS, man. Y'all fall into that propaganda. Don't fall for that shit. Um, but yes, so I would say if everything falls the Raiders' way, somehow, some way, Shador falls to six. I don't know how that happens, but it can happen. Whoever is talking about him, y'all keep talking about him. Keep dropping his stock. I don't know how his stock drops, but Shador, I would love to see him in silver and black. Cam Ward, I would love to see in silver and black. Austin Gentry from Boise State, I wouldn't mind seeing him in the silver and black. I'm not gonna mind seeing anybody in the silver and black. What I do want to see them is produce. I do want to see them have the opportunity. I do want to see what they can do. Um, so those would be just those top two. If I had a third option, Menace, what I would say is what I want to happen in the draft is like this. If somehow we get Cam Ward or Shador Sanders, I'm trading back up again. I'm gonna trade my next year's number one, and I'm gonna trade to get the kid from U of A of Arizona, TMO. I forget the wide receiver. I'm gonna pair him up with my quarterback so they grow together from day one. I'm giving him an offensive weapon. Tiermo is he's a pro's pro. That guy's gonna be really good. Like I said, he's not quite the tier of what Brock Bauer was last year, but he's just right under that. And then if you bring him in, man, you have such a nucleus of young guys at key positions. You're gonna have him. You have Brock Bauer. You have this Michael Mayer trade talk is stupid. I would never do it, especially with the way the league is going right now. With the way the league is going, it's going to be tight end ran, and you have two of the best tight ends in the. You have the best tight end room in the league right now with two young guys. You have Brock Barry, you have Mike Mayer. I forgot who our third was. I think Forrest was there, but I mean, just those two guys alone are they're gonna. If you bring in the right guy, they can revolutionize the position again. And that's after Travis Kelsey, Mark Andrews, Todd Heap, and all them. Like the tight ends we have are matchup nightmares. I would love to be the offensive coordinator and just drawing up diagrams, just drawing up schemes on what I can do. Imagine double tight end set, trip. You can have what? Trip, trip right. You have two tight ends with that, and you can line up Trey Tucker on the other side, 1-on-1. The matchup nightmares you can have. Oh my goodness gracious! Like the Raiders, the Raiders are in a great position, but it's like a double-edged sword. They're in a great position that they can turn it around if they really commit to the guys that they have, but then they also in a great position to fuck it up because they don't know what they have or they're trying to fish and get something better and they don't want to develop. And that's the scary thing is because they tend to go to the latter and not want to develop guys. They want to get like a finished product. I should speak on this topic when I'm doing like a full pod and not just like I said temporary, just a quick little sit down. But the Raiders need to officially stop trying to build upon the team that they had in 2002. Like they have not. We've been trying to complete and fix the job when we didn't win the Super Bowl. We haven't. We have not broke the team all the way down and just started from scratch and started over. We're still trying to build upon or fix that roster from that time period when we just need to break. Like that's how I feel. It's been 20 years of trying to fix what could have been. You know, we still haven't broken that down. We still haven't broken it down to just, all right, we tried, we failed, let's do something new. No, because they if we're going to build through the draft, then build through the draft. I'm sorry to say, like, I know people have optimism. I know you guys want to fan out. I know you guys want to just believe in it's a whole new day, it's a new season, and it's a fresh. It's not. It's really not. It's not that. And I'm tired of hearing people talk like that. I understand the optimism. I understand I sound like a Debbie Downer, but like I want to play in a Super Bowl. And if we just champion and cheer mediocrity, then you're going to get a mediocre product every time. Because you're settling for most of y'all are going to sit here and say I'm crazy, but we settling for Pete Carroll. Because if we were committed to Pete Carroll, we would have gave him a 5-6 year contract. We gave him a 3-year contract. But we have a 4-year rebuild. I'm saying it again. We gave Pete Carroll a 3-year contract. But it's going to take 4 years to build. Can somebody help me out? Because the math isn't mathing. 3-year contract. It's going to take 4 years to complete the job. What happens? What's happening there? And there's not going to be a way for us to just leapfrog and skip a process. No, you got to complete the process. So when people say, how do I feel about the hire? I like the hire, but I don't like the hire. Because it shows you're not committing to anything. You're just, let me just satisfy the fan base and make them happy. Give them something to cheer for. And that's what they're doing. We're not bringing in guys who really can win, that want to win, that are playing to win. They're not bringing in those guys. They're bringing in names that pique guys' interest because they know his history in the league. And you guys are cool with that. I'm not. I'll never be cool with settling. Never gonna be cool with it. I have a hard time trying to settle in my real life. You think I'm gonna settle for that in my team? Hell no. I have a hard time at work settling for bullshit excuses from people. You shouldn't be allowed to give bullshit excuses. And honestly, what the Raider organization has been doing is just bullshit. Bullshit on bullshit on bullshit. And I'm fed up. I'm beyond tired. I'm beyond tired. Most of y'all may not be. I'm beyond tired. I'm not happy with being able to be excited about a game because I have a roster that I can cheer for or get behind even if they lose. That doesn't get me off. I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with a 10-win team that gets to the playoffs and has a good game. No, I'm not happy with that either. Mm-mm. That won't satisfy my urge of what I want, what I'm looking for, what I need from my team. I'm not happy with how the organization has been going about things. I'm not happy with the direction that they're going with this team. Um, I understand it's been a short time, but in that short time, you're still doing the same trends that you've done before. So there's nothing to hang my hat on. Like we've been the Raider organization that includes the fans. We're in football poverty. The Raiders are in football poverty. And the fan base is in poverty. Because we cheer for this shit. We buy season tickets for this shit. We go to the concession stands and stand in them long ass lines for this product. And it's a terrible product. That's only getting worse. So I'm not happy with it because I don't live in poverty. I don't live in poverty, so I don't want my team to live in poverty. They're not trying to spend money. They're not bringing in capable guys who can win. They're bringing guys in on their last contracts, last leg. We're not gonna get this done. Geno Smith, Jacoby Myers. Like, I'm just trying to think who are going to be the leaders of our team. Who's going to be our captains? Who's going to be our captains? because that's going to dictate how tough your team's going to be. Who will be the Raider at the roster we have right now? Who are the captains of the team? It can't be a quarterback because the guy who started last year ain't with the team no more, and the guy who replaced him, he didn't have it to begin with. So who's going to be captains on the team? And just from that simple question, I already know the team is not in a good position. You got Max, probably Jacoby, a special teams player. I don't know anymore since Spillane's not there no more. Mm, oh man, I'm getting upset. Just thinking about it. It's to the point where it's beyond annoying. It's beyond annoying how mediocre this fabulous franchise is. It's very annoying to know that we have a fan base that will cheer for anything just so they can cheer for something. It's very annoying talking to uneducated people about the game. It's it's very annoying to watch all your peers and all the teams and all your fans from other teams have the opportunity to cheer for something and genuinely be cheering and not just cheering because you spent a fortune on tickets and a family vacation. Um, Man, this got super depressing just thinking about that. Uh, or it could just be I'm getting tired. Like I said, I've been working crazy late hours, doubling up, working two jobs right now. Trying to take a trip. And recovering for a couple things. Like I said, the more and more I get comfortable in talking with you guys, I'll review more of why I took a hiatus. Um, I just had to, for personal, friend, family reasons, I had to step away from a lot of things. Um, but I'm just gonna ask Raider Nation, stop supporting mediocre bullshit. This is This roster is full of mediocre guys who can play but can't get the job done. So they'll be competitive for a little bit. Hell, they're gonna win games. They'll probably win more games than they did last year. At the end of the day, they have no chance. This team has zero chance. I don't want to say zero, like a 3 or 4% chance to make a playoff spot. Um, with the roster as it is. I think it's gonna turn into a real pot if I start there. I kind of don't want to start there, but um, put my armrest down. What? Y'all hit me with some things, chat. Tell me what else y'all wanted me to talk about. Um, like I said, I'm not too happy about the Chip Kelly. The Chip Kelly hire. Pete Carroll hire wasn't too high on, even though they said he's gonna bring that culture down here. He doesn't have the bodies to bring that culture and implement it within this team. Man, we haven't even started the season and it's already over. Hmm. I mean, I don't think I have any much more to say after that. I think the team's going to be better, but it's just they're not going to have that much on-field success, even though they're going to look better. Uh, Granted, Pete Carroll will definitely have the team ready and should have them fired up to play. But executing the game plan, dictating the pace of the game, I see the Raiders being at the bottom of the league, but when it comes to those statistics, I don't see. It's just there's just so much clutter in the way of bad decisions, bad business move, bad money management, just bad atmosphere, bad everything. And yeah, there's no accepting what they're giving us and what they have been giving. I can't accept that. I still can't accept what they're doing now. Like a couple years ago, we said he's going to bring New England here with Josh McDaniels. It didn't happen. How is Pete Carroll going to do the same thing? Same thing's going to happen. They're going to, man. I really, really wanted to enjoy the season. And I really, really hope I'm wrong. But it's going to be a long season. It might be shorter for others than it is for some people because people who have optimism might enjoy the beginning of the season, but it's not going to end well late in the season. Like I said, I don't see this as a playoff team. We don't have a playoff roster. The free agents that they signing aren't key free agents who are motivating and moving guys to we don't have anybody that's going to improve other people in that locker room. Um, I was like, shoot, I haven't even begun to talk about the line on the offense or the defensive end. I haven't even gotten to that. Like that needs to be addressed. Like that defensive line needs to be addressed. Um, Depending on what scheme you're gonna run, you need to get better corners, or you're gonna have to get better linebackers. Something has to improve for your scheme to be effective, Patrick Graham. Coaching staffs. I might have to step away and not actually speak on that topic about coaching staff. Uh, yeah, the Las Vegas Raiders. If I had to predict, what's up, GP man? Salute, brother. Thank you for stopping by, man. I'm just had some time today, man. Got off work a little bit early. Hey, as you can see, man, I'm coming down now. I'm running out of energy. Trying to stay with it though, man, and just talk out the frustrations that I have with this organization and the things that they're doing and how they're moving and how they're doing another BS of a BS job with roster management and making roster moves. Um, I'm overseeing mediocrity and mediocre moves from this organization and this front office. It's terrible. I don't like it. You bring in guys, but you're not committing to guys. So what commitment do they have? What loyalty do they have to you? You have one person who can say you've been loyal to them. You got one person. Make it two. Colton Miller right now. Colton Miller and Max Crosby are only two people on the roster who can say they would feel loyalty from the team. I'm trying to think if there are any other people who, I don't know, Moraine left, Hobbs left. Bennett is too young. He's only been there about a year. Um, well, Josh Jacobs is gone. Yeah, we show zero loyalty to any of our players, really. And shoot, there's rumors right now going around about Max. There's rumors going around about Colton Miller. Like, how do you develop a franchise if you have no loyalty and guys don't believe that you're loyal? How do you win with that? Man, it's the season's not even here, but yet the season's already possibly over. Seasons, and I'm saying this when I'm saying season, I'm saying 2 seasons from now. This season I don't even really want to include because it's going to be. It, I don't see. God, it's just hard to say. I don't see how the Raiders can survive in the AFC West because we're going to be surviving. We're not going to be. I don't see us winning the division. I don't even see us coming in second place in the division. And it's just. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm trying to find the right words because I've been very critical. I put it like that. Critical of roster development, roster moves, personnel, talent agents. There's just a lot going on. You don't see the draft changing your perspective. No. What is it going to change? Because I mean, like you can draft guys, but it means nothing. It means nothing. GP. It means nothing if you don't keep them. It means nothing if you don't develop them. So just because you draft somebody doesn't change my perspective on anything. Like it has to be on all fronts, or a couple fronts, not just one. Just because you draft a guy doesn't mean that my perspective changed. Yo, we changed it. No. That's that mentality I just was talking about. That's that poverty mentality that the Raiders have, man. That's that poverty mentality of being a Raider and just being a franchise that's been in turmoil since the last time they were at the Super Bowl. Since 2002, since the 2000s, this franchise has been in turmoil. It's been upside down. It's been a train wreck. And my perspective cannot change just because of a free agent hire and signing or draft. You can have the best draft in the world, but if you're going to trade off the people you draft in 2 or 3 seasons, what was the point? So, I mean, I'm excited, but I'm not happy. I'm excited that football is going to be back. I'm not happy with what I'm going to see on that field. No, I'm not gonna be happy because we have guys who can't get it done. Geno Smith is not a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. He's not gonna be able to get to a Super Bowl. It is what it is. And you sign him because we didn't even have to sign him. There was really no market for him at that time. It's just the Raiders move in fear and panic. They're not dictators no more. They're not innovators. The Raiders organization is dysfunctional, um, careless, erratic, draining, frustrating, annoying. It's how do I put this nicely? Watching the Raiders play is like, I don't know what to say. I'm trying to think, should I say this or not? Hmm. Like this can get me. Yeah, it probably would get me in trouble if I was to say that. But man, I don't want to get you in trouble. The Raiders organization is full of it's full of athletes with no ball players. They have a bunch of athletes, but they don't have any ball players. I can't, GP man. If I say certain things about certain people, it does get back, and I definitely don't want to put my people in certain positions by saying things. Like I said, I was gonna say something about the front office a month or so ago when I came back, but I had to sit down and get out of my feelings and show humility, and humble myself because I wasn't being humble. I wasn't, I wasn't in a good place. On top of that, it was very mean and um, entertaining, but it was just some wasn't mentally in the best state or shape. So a lot of the content I was saying came off as very mean and negative, and um, yeah, it was very mean. It was very negative. It was very critical. I was actually calling people out on their jobs and things like that. So it didn't sit too well with certain people. Um, it's gonna be a long year next year, man. It's gonna be a very frustrating year because they're not gonna be bad. Pete Carroll is gonna have them ready to play. Um, the IQ should grow. Like I said, if there is pros and cons, there's a lot of pros that are gonna come from just move. With just bringing in certain coaches, but we need a culture. We've been dying without culture for 20 plus years. And the reason we're dying is because we have no culture to run to. So culture needs to develop back up. Mm, what am I missing? Um, yeah, culture needs to come back. Them having fun needs to come back. Being fun in playing a kids game, like just playing isn't fun. Like getting hit isn't fun, especially when you're losing. Um, what else? Like I said, I'm gonna say that for a later day. Like, there's a lot that I want to talk about, but I'm not gonna just do it on this pod. One, I'm too tired of really elaborately go into everything that I want to go into and talk about everything, and break things down on what's going on, what's happening, why this is happening. Um, it's just I want to see my team in the Super Bowl. I just want to see them get back there. Like, is that for so much to ask for? Ask for because no offense, none of these hires or roster moves or signings are going to do a damn thing for this Raiders organization, for the players, for themselves. I, if I had to do a prediction right now, early prediction for the roster currently in, where we would stand, where I see we fit. I just I hate to say it, we're still in the low end 20s, man. I mean, Geno Smith is definitely gonna be great with extending plays and moving around with a bad offensive line that can't block from him. Do you think Kuntz has a so-called breakout year? I think he already had his breakout year. Right now, he has to sustain that and show him that it wasn't a fluke. His breakout season was the season he had before he got hurt. That was the breakout or peekaboo moment for him. Like, hey guys, look, I can ball. So it wouldn't be a surprise if he had like a breakout year like that. It wouldn't. It would just be, you know, um, return like a returning player who balled out. But Kuntz, gotta wait and see how he looks like, actually on the field. Because the opportunity that the Raiders had with him and on one side and Max on the other side was amazing. Unfortunately, the Raiders organization, staff, and record label, I'm just playing, um, they squandered that and messed it all up by trying to force Tyreek, whatever his name is, man, Tyree Wilson, trying to force that kid to be a defensive end when he's a defensive tackle. Um, yeah, I mean, if he can give us that, then the defense is gonna be solid because that's just the sacks. That's not including pressures. That's not including him rushing throws or the things that don't show up on the stat book. You don't see none of that. That's just the stat book that shows up. There's so much more he was doing. Um, I wish, honestly, I wish that was we won. I wish we would win 11 games, but I don't. Maybe I could be blind and I'm naive and I'm just ignorant, but I don't see the Raiders winning more than 8 or 9 games. You know, if I was like a space hand, I would say eight and a possible. But what can I do? You know, I can speculate. I could be GM of a sideline or things like that. You know, but I will say I'm not gonna will say anything. It's just they gotta do better. It's time to clean house. It's time to clear it all out. If this don't work, please break it all the way down, Mark. Just break it all the way down. I understand. It's tiring seeing this, man. I'm so tired of looking at the product that you give us, man. That I will, I'm to the point where I want to fly to Vegas just to smack you. Like Geno Smith is our quarterback. This is my thought process on why I'm so mad. Because Geno Smith is not a bad quarterback, but he's not an option read quarterback. You have an option read offensive coordinator, and you bring in a guy who hasn't ran an option read since he was at West Virginia. And don't mention the fact that you have an option read quarterback and you don't have an option read running back. Like this is what I'm saying. I don't see how other content creators who do the Raider talk can be happy at all with the moves that they made. Just with that, with me just saying that piece right there alone. You have an option. You, it racks my brain. It racks my brain that people were excited and very supportive and okay with bringing in Chip Kelly. And I'm just talking about his history and his offense and what he calls. You're happy with that. And then got even happier and were cheering on signing Geno Smith. You have a run pass option coach who used to be very innovative but isn't no more. Then then I then I look at the receivers. He has I would love for Trey and then to get more burn, but Trey doesn't run routes good. He doesn't know the route tree. He's got to learn a whole new route tree, a whole new terminology. So guys like him would do amazing if you just give him go routes. I don't see that happening though. It's I understand that a lot of people are just excited because a new season is coming. You're excited because, just the optimism of what if. But I'm not trying to call anybody slow, but there's no what if. I mean, like the what if is, what if such and such get hurt, or what if such and such get hurt. Like you gotta play that game or wait for someone to get hurt to prove, like, show something that works in college. That does not work in the pros. And I think with that being said, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm getting tired. I'm having a hard time, like just staying calm because it's just very frustrating seeing our roster be built very similar to a roster that was built that failed. And when I say a roster, I'm not saying like physically, the roster. I'm saying no, like mentally, emotionally, like everything. The physical aspect is just one key factor, but there's still other factors that matter. You have guys have all the athleticism and God gifted talent in the world, but mentally they're not there. Um, yeah, man. Thanks, man. I am, man. I'm definitely taking care. Like I said, I have a room over there, bro. I'm getting it ready. I'm turning it back into the man cave. I am working a little bit slower than normal though. I will say that, but it's gonna come along. Visuals are gonna come along. I'm probably gonna do what I'm probably gonna start doing is I am probably gonna start doing live streaming during the day when I'm at my probably like right after work. I'm on my lunch break or something. I'm gonna start potting like that, you know, so I can run into more of you guys during the day. I can come by and catch up. You know, I can see everybody. You know, collab with other people and other content creators. Um, but yeah, man, I'm gonna come back and touch up on these topics again. Like I said, it was just a quick little run through. Man, I can't believe I did an hour, almost. Um, but like I said, the next show, like the actual podcast, you know, will be like my, you know, I'll be hitting the milestone because I think it'll be my third podcast actually, and not too many people make it to their third podcast. I barely made it. Shoot. But yeah, man, there's a lot that I need to get off my chest. And I'll promise you, then GP, I will say it. I will say what needs to be said. Then right now, I'm not gonna say it because I probably won't say it right in my current state. But if the Raiders draft six and they keep the pick and Shador and Cam ain't there, the Raiders will draft the kid from Boise State. If we draft the guy from Boise State, I see them drafting another offensive player in the second round. What they draft, um, I would say probably an offensive lineman after that, and then they probably trade up and then get another offensive lineman. But that's if they go and get the Boise State kid. If they don't get the Boise State kid, then anything's up in the air. If we do get a quarterback and it is Shador Cam, I'm pleading with the Raiders to trade back up to get the kid from Arizona and make him your number one. And now your nucleus for your roster is set on offense. You can bring in a back. You can get another back. You know who can fit in. But yeah, man. Well, with that being said, man, thank y'all for stopping by. You know, as Dirty Raider says all the time, you could have been in many places right now, especially at this time of night. You know, but you here with me, you graced my page, you blessed me with your presence, and I can only thank you and appreciate y'all for blessing me with y'all time, man. Like time is of the essence. Time is more valuable than money right now. So thank you guys for your time. I appreciate it. I'm about to go take my black butt back to bed, man. My eyes are starting to burn and everything. And I've been rubbing my eyes too much. So thank you. Love y'all, man. I might do this tomorrow. If I don't do it tomorrow, I definitely will do it Friday. Well, I'm still talking like today's Wednesday, so I'll probably do it today, which will be Thursday. If not today, then probably Friday. I'll do it Friday for sure. Um, but y'all have a wonderful night, man. Be safe out there. If you were third shift, if you were graveyard, if you were a night owl, be safe out there, man. Get your energy, you know. Keep your energy. And y'all have a wonderful night. Uh, Thank you. Salute. Raider Nation, we still here. I understand I've been talking about y'all, but I'm still Raider fan for life. Raider Nation till I die. True Raider fan. I'm not just here for mediocrity, man. Too many people here for mediocrity. No more. And with that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here with the rain. It's too late, man. I got neighbors and girl over there. She's asleep. So I'm lying. My girl ain't gonna be here tonight, but I'm just not gonna say because I got neighbors downstairs. So yeah, man. Y'all have a wonderful night. It was a pleasure. I'm gonna be quiet though. Raiders. I'm a holler.